All right, guys, I'm here with Jonathan Piersma on the first episode of the MMA Fight Game podcast. John Piersma, aka the Warhawk, is a 6-1 pro welterweight fighter. He's fighting out of Synthesis Martial Arts in Rochester, New York. John, thanks for coming on. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
So you're currently ranked 49th in the United States as a welterweight. You have a massive fight on June 16th at Combat FC against Cameron Lakachev, a former Tough and Bellator veteran. How did that fight all come up for you?
Yeah, so after my last fight for Combat FC, I won the fight, obviously. And I think I called for the title shot right after the fight. Originally, after the fight, I kind of wanted to fight sooner, like, late April, early May. That was the plan. But some things fell through. Nothing really came together. And then probably like a month ago, Combat FC came to me with his name. And we said, all right, yeah, we'll do it. But then a couple weeks went by and there was no confirmation or anything. And then, so finally we're like, all right, we got to know what the deal is. And then probably, week and a half ago, finally they said he's in. If you want it, I said, yep, sent the contract, signed it, and we're good to go.
Yeah. And then what are you expecting in that fight? What are you envisioning?
I'm envisioning a tough fight. He's a tough dude. He's not going to be easy to put away. So I'm envisioning a tough fight. It's probably gonna go a couple rounds at least. I would imagine, maybe all five, who knows? But it's gonna be a tough fight. I think this is a fight where I'm really gonna get to show my whole skill set finally. But yeah, I'm envisioning a tough fight. It's gonna be a good fight, and I think it's gonna be a fun one to watch for the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you just said training camp started. How's training camp going for you right now?
Good. I mean, like I'm always in shape. I'm always training, pretty much twice a day, at least 6 days a week, even when I don't have a fight scheduled. That doesn't really ever change. So really the only thing that changed with when I start training camp is my diet. I lock in 100%. No more, no more going out on the weekends. No more, no more drinking beer. No more doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, now we're locked in 9 weeks, where I'm just eat, breathe, and sleep, getting ready for this fight. That's about it.
Yeah. And now you mentioned your diet. What's consistent of the diet like during a fight camp and not?
So I work with a nutritionist. My coach over at Elevate, my gym, he's my strength and conditioning coach too, Nick Mancuso. So he does the diet plan for the training camp. So like every week he'll send me a new diet and he'll base it off my weight and where we want to be. So he'll adjust it every week. He'll send me a new diet. So it changes by like where I'm at weight wise, what we're trying to do. Even out of camp, he sends me diets weekly. I try to follow him, the best I can out of fight camp. But out of fight camp, if I want to go out to dinner or I want to have a couple beers, not a big deal if out of fight camp. But yeah, once we lock in, he sends me the diet. I stick to that diet. He adjusts it. He adjusts it as we go. Where we're at weight wise, but yeah, he handles all that. He sends it to me. I don't got to think about it. I just eat what he sends me, and ever since I've been working with him, it's made a huge difference for me.
Yeah. Hey, have you been working with him since you were a pro?
So pretty early in my pro career, I think after my second pro win, right after my second pro win, so I was 2-0. He hit me up because he had trained at Synthesis for a little while before I was pro, so I kind of knew him. So he hit me up, and he had just started the gym. It was a new gym. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey, what do you do for strength and conditioning? What do you do for diet? This, and that." And I was like, I don't. I just kind of do my own thing. I kind of know how to work out from playing football, and I kind of know how to eat healthy. He's like, "All right, why don't you come in and we can talk? Maybe we can work something out. Come work here." So yeah, I went in. We started training a little bit for a couple weeks, and I just knew like, okay, now I need to be here. So we got it figured out, and I've been there for probably about exactly 2 years now. Yeah. So yeah, it made a huge difference. My body, such a big difference. If you look at me, Like on the scale from my last fight compared to like my first two pro fights when I wasn't working with him, it's just night and day.
And no weight misses, always on point at 170, 171. For this fight specifically, do you have to weigh in at 170 because it's a title fight?
Yeah, so I have to be 170 even or under. I've already had to do that once for my other title fights, so I'm not really worried about that. I mean, like I cut a decent amount of weight, but it sucks. Just like it sucks for anyone cutting weight. But I've always made weight. Never really had an issue making weight. I'm not worried about that. We always make weight. So yeah, we'll hit this diet good for the next 9 weeks. We'll be where we're at, and we'll come in at right at 170 or a little under, and we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. What's a day in your life look like when you're in a fight camp?
Yeah. So an average day in my fight camps, get up around 8:30. Get my breakfast in me. Um, Generally, I head to the gym for my first session, which is synthesis. Either working or doing some grappling or wrestling in the morning. That's generally what I do. Either grappling, or wrestling first thing in the morning. Then it's straight over elevate usually right after. I get my workout in, get my run in, whatever's on my agenda that day for my workout. Then I'll head back home. I'll chill out for a little while, get my meals in, and then I'll head to the gym at night, usually about 6, and then I'll put in my session at night, which whether it be striking, jiu-jitsu, sparring, whatever it is that night, it changes by the night. Yeah, so generally it's about 3 sessions a day, one in the morning, one midday, one night. So that's usually about a day. Get home around 9, get my dinner in me, go to sleep, wake up, and do it again.
Awesome. With a win here at Combat FC 4, where does that put you in your eyes?
I mean, I think with a win here, I mean, I know where I'm at. I know how good I am. I know where I deserve to be. But I can't really control, what opportunities I get. I just need to keep winning fights. So yeah, hopefully I go in there, I put on a great performance. I finish this guy, win my second title on the regional scene, be 7-1. Yeah, so hopefully that opens a door for me to get my opportunity in the UFC. Whether it be contender series, just short notice fight, whatever it be. Hopefully that opens the door for that. But at the end of the day, I can't control that. So we're gonna win this fight, and then I'm just gonna get right back to work, and we'll be ready for whatever's next.
And what organization did you win your first title at?
The first title was NEF. It was New England Fights. It was like a New England regional promotion. That fight was up in Maine.
It was up in Maine. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Combat FC, is exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. People can subscribe to it. It's $9.99 a month, or you can pay a one-time fee for $95.99. There's gonna be a lot of eyes on that fight because there's some other alums. There's another title fight that was just announced today. So I think the eyes are going to be all over you guys on that card. There's a lot of buzz on the street from what I'm hearing. So, good performance definitely seems like, you're well on your way to get that next opportunity, I think,
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan.
Yep. And then you had mentioned to me, offline that, you were going to make a run, maybe try qualifying for this year's Abu Dhabi Combat Club Submission Championships. Is that still the intention? And how's that going for you?
Yeah, so I love to, grappling has always been my first love, I guess you'd say. Like I pretty much when I first started, it was more so heavily grappling. So yeah, anytime out of fight camp or anytime I get opportunities, to get some competition in with just grappling wise, I love to. No gi grappling especially. I really enjoy it. So yeah, my plan is, barring, where I'm at fight wise, any kind of big fights pop up, that get in the way. Obviously this is my career, so I gotta, the first priority. But if I'm able to this fall, I don't think they've announced exactly when. I think it's October-ish. The East Coast trials down in New Jersey. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna sign up for that. Go down there. Some of the best guys in the world go to compete at the trials. Because there's only limited spots. I think there's only 16 guys in each weight class in the world for actual ADCC. So if you can win trials, you get an automatic invitation to it. So yeah, there's going to be some really high level, just, all professional grapplers down there. So, but yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to hopefully, enter and go down there and see how I fare down there competing with those guys.
Now, do you have any like dream matchup that you'd like to grapple with, and anybody that you'd like to maybe see?
Not really. I just want to win it. I don't even care about that. I just love to go down there and win the trials, man. That'd be awesome. Because I love to compete in nogi. I love to compete grappling. Like, I've been able to do some pretty high level grappling competitions in between fights in the last couple of years. I'd love to do more if I was able to. So that's cool. But yeah, I'd love to go down there and win and just prove how good my grappling really is. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be, after this fight, barring what kind of fight opportunities pop up, I'm going to really kind of start prepping for that and hopefully go down there and put a good showing on.
Now, if you make it to the finals, is that when it's going to be the first year at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas?
The actual ADCC tournament, yeah, they're doing it at T-Mobile, I think I heard. Yeah, so that'd be the first year they're doing it there. So that's cool. It shows how big the sport itself is getting. They'll probably sell out that venue for the weekend. But yeah, it's just awesome, being able to, go compete in tournaments like this and, in other competitions, make money just grappling, not even fighting. It's just awesome. I love those opportunities.
Yeah, there's nothing better than like a fight weekend grappling in Las Vegas. Like if you get that opportunity, you're gonna love every moment of that and cherish it. Flying in, seeing those lights, competing under the bright lights at T-Mobile Arena. There's no better arena in the world, in my opinion, for mixed martial arts grappling. When they announced that, that's when I messaged you and I was like, hey, and then that's when you told me, and I was like, that's legit. Yeah, it's awesome for you. So I'm gonna do a little fun rapid fire questions for you. I just want whoever comes to mind first. Okay, who's the best? Right. Who's the best striker in mixed martial arts?
Adesanya.
Best grappler.
Has it got to be current or no?
Let's do this. Let's do current and past.
Oh, current and past. So best grappler, I would say current. MMA grappling, I have to go Islam. Past. I mean, it's hard to go against Khabib if you're just talking about grappling. So.
Okay. Funniest fighter in mixed martial arts.
Funniest. Honestly, I find Colby Covington funny. Okay. I don't even necessarily like him. I just find it hilarious the way he gets people fired up.
One person who you'd like to have dinner with in mixed martial arts.
One person who I'd love to have dinner with. Probably GSP.
You were in a street fight. Who do you want to have your back?
Probably Francis Ngannou.
Who has the highest fight IQ?
Highest fight IQ. Who am I going to go with for fight IQ? I'll go John Jones.
Okay. So again, your fight is June 16th at Combat FC. It's in Plymouth, Massachusetts, right?
No, not Plymouth. This is right outside of Boston. I forgot the name of the town, but it's not Plymouth. That was Cage Titans.
Let me look that up because I want to make sure that if people want to attend, since it is a massive fight, I want to make sure that they have the right area, which is my apologies for not knowing that. That's on me. Excuse me. So it's at the Shriners Auditorium, Wilmington, Massachusetts, June 16th, 2023, 7:00. It's a Friday night. They can get tickets. Can they get tickets through you?
Yeah, I'll be selling tickets pretty soon. I just talked to my manager. They're gonna be sending me the tickets. So I'll have tickets. I think you can buy them online too. But yeah, I'll have tickets. I'll be selling those now till the fight. But yeah.
How do people get tickets to you? Do they hit you up on like Instagram at Jonathan_Piersma on Instagram?
Yeah, just send me a message and we'll get it figured out.
You get it. And they can also buy tickets, like you mentioned, through Combat FC.
Yeah, I think there's probably a way to check my name or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure.
Yeah, and I'll
Check
post.
my name if you're
I'll
getting tickets
post
for me.
that.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll post that for you. So you get that. People can also again subscribe to UFC Fight Pass. It's only $9.99 a month. You get the whole library of past and present UFC fights. You get all the amazing regional scene fights, from Combat FC, LFA, etc. So, and then is there if someone was interested in sponsoring you or supporting your journey, what should they do?
Yeah, if anyone interested in sponsoring me, just message me directly. You can get a hold of my management, Full Contact Management. They can also set you up on that. Lars Orsine, he's my main manager. You send him a message or the management company, but probably send me a message directly is probably the easiest.
And they can get and support you and all that. I know Thin Line Martial Arts has sponsored you before in the past, and they had some interest. So those guys can just reach out to any one of those avenues to support you on your journey.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, probably just shoot me a message directly is probably the easiest. But yeah.
And the best way is that Instagram at Jonathan_Piersma, Piersma on Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook, either one.
Awesome.
Both work.
Cool. So I'm going to stop the recording now. I appreciate you hopping on, joining. Sit tight for 1 second, okay?
All right.
Everybody, hold on.